Hey YouTube, so I work for a company called, I really don't know if I could say it on here or should I say it. I don't have a contract with them. Haven Charity Solutions. They marketed it as it was going to be, you're going to make this much money per week. You're going to average this much money. We train everybody to grow into management. They make it so believable. I worked a 40-hour work week. Now, not to mention, then I was hospitalized. I had a heart attack. Yes, I'm 37. I had a heart attack. Something traumatic happened, and it just caused me to go into that. So, anyways, that's beside the point. So, that happened to me. I was in the hospital for about, I think it was like 8 to 9 days. Anyways, I go to my job because, I'm like, hey, and mind you, I've communicated with them. So I go there and I'm like, hey, this happened. I didn't receive my pay. What's going on? They said, well, you're not going to get your full pay. We're only going to pay you $40 because you broke the contract by not showing up and working a certain amount of days. How did I break a contract when I was in the hospital? And I communicated with y'all and y'all said, okay, let me know when you get out. I have the proof. Should I post the proof? Man, not to mention of how y'all treated me and the things y'all said to me about my body. Anyways, anywho, you promised that I would make upwards of maybe 1,100 to 3,000 a week. Why did y'all only pay me $80 total for a full week? Then you told me that I could come back if I feel like it, because I was never really fired because I was only in the hospital. And you love the way I work. But would I go back, or would anybody go back for $80 working a full week on your feet begging for money? Haven Charity Solutions, you're liars. Get your life together. It's sad because you're targeting a community or a group of people that you know need money, that you know need jobs, and you're telling them they're going to make this and that. You're creating dreams that are false, and they don't know it. And they don't find out until after they spent their own gas money for traveling over an hour to your locations. Some of your locations were maybe 30 minutes away, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. But I've went to a few that were an hour away. You criticized my work, then told me you loved the way I worked. Probably because you knew you were going to pay me nothing and you needed me. I'm just saying this to put the awareness out there to other people, since I'll never make that kind of money, so it doesn't matter to me. And whether there's whatever, I'm going to speak out because there's someone else that's working there thinking they're going to make the money that they promised, only to turn out and make $80. I swear to God, $80. No lie. I have the recording. I have a recorded conversation between me and the manager. I have a video of where her dog attacked my son, bit my son. I have that video. When we were walking outside, she had a dog off leash, walking around, and that dog walked up and bit my son, unprovoked. But that's besides the point. That's what I went there to tell, hey, I was in the hospital. Here's my doctor's information. Here's my paperwork, thinking that it was like a real job until I got my check, half my check. Because at first they said they weren't going to pay me the whole thing because I was in the hospital. Then they said they're going to give me the rest of my check, which I'm thinking, okay, I'm about to get paid the rest of my check. $40. You guys, $40. 40 freaking dollars. What am I going to do with that? What bills can I pay with that? Maybe my phone bill. Maybe. But $80, that's not even enough for gas for the whole week. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I spent more in gas to get where I had to go, to where you sent me to these locations. I am so beyond angry because of the lies that you spilled, because of the false hope, everything. Told me I was going to manage my own office in 90 days. The first red flag should have been when they told me, get to work at 10 o'clock. When I get there at 10 o'clock, they're already starting training. So I said, hey, should I make it a little earlier? Then they said, well, early is on time. Don't you know? It's on the wall. But y'all told me the requirement is to be there at 10 o'clock. So I get there at 10 o'clock and you don't like that. I can't. That should have been the first red flag, but it wasn't. I still believed in the hopes that they sold me, the dreams they sold me. False hopes. Haven Charity Solutions. I know that there's a community out there that knows that there might be something that I could be a part of or something I could do to actually get the check that you promised me. But if not, this is good enough for me. Just alerting the community and letting people know that you guys are fake and you're only stealing people's money. And it's what do they call it? A pyramid scheme. Yeah. So there's someone who was coaching me throughout the whole thing. Apparently they made money because I went to work. Haven Charity Solutions, get your life together and pay people the money they deserve. We're begging people for money for cancer, for families. Allegedly, that's what it goes to. And then you pay us nothing. YouTube, I don't know what y'all gotta do, but do your thing. These people are making money, hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're opening up multiple offices all over the US. They got one in New Mexico they just opened. They're opening one in Arizona, but yet they got people working for them. They're paying them nothing. There is no reimbursement for gas, no reimbursement for nothing. You have to buy stuff too. Help me out, YouTube. Do your thing. You got this.